unengaged and engaged in less than a year. I was ready with my exit plan. I came up with my own exit plan. I had it all figured out. I said, I'm going to present this, and this is what is happening. And guess what he did, y'all? He proposed. This was my year of being 25. That was the year. And let me tell you, let me tell you what happened. Engaged, unengaged, free, struggle, all of that. Here's how it went, y'all. I had my exit plan. January, I turned 25. February, he proposed. What? He woke me up. This is a funny story. It's funny, but it's not funny. Talk about red flags, as you call them. He woke me up in the middle of Super Bowl. I forgot who was playing. It was a boring Super Bowl, so I was asleep during it. He woke me up during Super Bowl to propose. It's a running joke on how, if you know me, you know that me and sleep, we go together real bad. And so you waking me up to propose? Oh no. It's a running joke, y'all. But again, look, it's not that easy. It was not that easy. We're 7 years in, y'all. So this again was just the what? Icing on the cake, the topping for your girl, the seasoning to her top ramen. All right. So that was February. Didn't really say yes, but that's another story for you, girl. Type in the chat if you want that story on what was said. Nevertheless, nonetheless, after that and the less, I went on. I went on about it and I started planning a wedding. Yes, I did. At February, I started planning a wedding. July, I had a breakout engagement party, okay? Transformed my parents' backyard. It was lit. That was July. August, I woke up one morning and I said, I don't want to do this. And that's when it started. After walking away, y'all, but I felt relief and shock. I had left the relationship, but now what? What was next? Now, these were the next questions I faced as I tried to rebuild and start this process because I had the exit plan. I was ready. Now, first question, how do I feel now that it's over? Oh, yes. How do I really feel now that it's over? And the truth was, I was free. I was lit. I started pole dancing, getting back to hip hopping heels, but I also felt a deep sense of loss. Let me tell y'all why. Even though the relationship was not growing, it had been my reality for 7 years. So I had to mourn the relationship and the future that I thought we had. But my exit plan didn't even work either, y'all. He gave me hell and in the most passive aggressive way because he was not aggressive at all. But guess what, y'all? My exit plan only worked for me. I did not share it with this man. He was not with my exit plan. And he went on about his life. He gave it, he disappeared. It was not as easy as I thought. All right. Okay. He just became absent. He became very absent. And that's what led me to this next question. Did I make the right choice? I know some of you guys are asking yourself that right now. Did I make the right choice? And not one time did I say no. I knew for a long time that leaving was the best decision I could have ever made. If I asked anything, I said, why didn't I do this sooner? Because the peace that I started to feel after, it confirmed that I was on the right path. Not only that, the person that he showed me after confirmed that I was on the right path. Come on, y'all. Then it leads me to this question. Who am I without this relationship? That was a hard one. That was a hard one. Who am I? But I had spent so long defining myself by this relationship, the family woman, because I had, the two-parent home, but I really didn't know who I was on my own. And what I was starting to discover is that I was discovering who I was on my own in that relationship. And that's when I started discovering and rediscovering myself, my passions, my goals, my worth, my free butterfly, whatever. However, and then I asked myself, how do I start healing and coming on and getting on and over? Because honestly, the hurt came after the relationship. I realized that something did not click the way I thought it was going to be. The hurt came after the relationship on how he again reacted. In hindsight, I understand the 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 plan was mine. The plan was mine. I had it. I thought that it was going to be executed perfectly. I understand that. But that was the struggle part. The aftermath was the hardest part. So then that's when I had to ask myself, okay, now what do I need to do to truly heal and move on for my child? Because what I saw was not working. I needed a space, and not just for me, but for others who was walking in the same path of rediscovering healing and self-love and from staying so long. And that's when the idea of Kenya's keepsake was born. Okay, I started this journey for people just like me who stayed too long, had been through the emotional struggles, the difficult decisions, and relationships that left them questioning, why am I here? What am I doing? Kenya's keepsake became a safe space where individuals like myself can not only find healing, but also learn how to rebuild their lives with purpose and confidence outside of what they believe or why they believe they should stay. Starting with small workshops and one on one sessions, I began creating personalized tools to guide others through their emotional healing. Again, it wasn't physical, it wasn't, but those are going through those. Kenya's keepsake grew into a community that built on empathy, self discovery, transformative emotional journeys, unlearning and relearning. Because through this space, I get to help others with their unhealthy patterns and relearn through their own value, just like I did. All right. Two-parent home was not the cheat code, it was a stepping stone and a foundation. But Kenya's Keepsake is not just a business, it's a personal journey of healing that turned into a movement helping others find their inner peace and strength along the way. All right. So that is my story, y'all. I did not choose him. And guess what? You do not have to either. So, what's next for me, you guys ask? That is always the final question because it's always something next. Believing wasn't the end of my story. It was honestly just the beginning. I lost the weight. I was out there. I started focusing on my career, my personal growth, and creating a future for me and my daughter. All right. The one that was meant for me. And that is where I found my peace. So walking away was the best decision I ever made. I found myself again, and that was worth everything. Don't be afraid to not choose that person. For whatever your fear is, choose yourself. Selfishness is not always a bad word. You must choose yourself, especially when you are stuck. I did not choose him, and that's okay.